Here. Let's go ahead, switch on over, get this party started. Okay, new stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I took a look at precision farming earlier. Other than the fact that it makes your game harder, doesn't see, and to be honest, it doesn't really make it that much harder. I just don't fully understand it, but it doesn't seem bad. Let's see. I'm not gonna turn it on. Only because, well, here's the thing. It doesn't really hurt anything, if I'm being honest. Like, it doesn't really hurt anything, doesn't really slow anything down. You know, there's no real issues, you know, using it. I did test it on my test save and everything. It seems interesting. It just adds a few more steps. Now, one, of course, okay, the main benefit, similar to the Macdon pack and threshing, it gives a boost. It gives like a bonus. I don't know how big the bonus is. I think it'd be like 25% or something like that to like field yield, right? And so my question is, does precision farming replace the default stuff? And actually, I can sort of show you what I mean. So let's pretend we're over here at this field, and if you look at it, well, it doesn't show yield and stuff. Well, here I can go to the grass fields and show you, because I didn't actually check this, and now that I'm thinking about it, so if you look, it says yield bonus plus 72%, and then, you know, fertilize. So of course we got to go back, fertilize, blah blah blah. Well, actually, too late to fertilize. It's time to harvest, ain't it? Yeah, it's time to harvest. Dag nabbit. That's fine. So we need the crone, wherever he is. And so that's, what was it, 752, whatever the yield thing is. I'm wondering, because I didn't check it, does precision farming replace that, if that makes any sense? Because what I saw is the field that we're currently on, like, we actually, when I did the precision farming, we would get, you know, a decent amount of bonus, you know, with what we had. Yeet. I need to make that a much straighter path, or flatter path or something, like raise the dirt up a little bit more and lower it down. But dude, let me not, I need to get in the habit of not driving over the thing, the stuff. But I guess what I'm saying, like, when we go to the field and it says we get a blank amount of yield, does the precision farming change that bonus? Because I noticed in precision farming, like, you could have a negative yield or a positive yield. So I was wondering if going on precision farming, does it replace the field yield, or is that a yield that's on top? You know, if it's a yield that's on top, then, well, it says where it is. Let me see. Go ahead, start this. What's up, Lloyd? How are you? Let's see. Grab that one. Is it? Hold up. Let me just go forward. Just gonna start right about there. Precision farming replaces the field yield. It's tough to grasp, but now I'm understanding it's pretty cool. That's what I'm saying. I tested it out earlier today, and it seems pretty, like, legit. Like, it doesn't seem like yes, there would be like a change. There'll be some, you know, getting used to it, but I think for the most part, it's doable. And it essentially makes the game a little bit harder. I am going to go ahead. We already plowed these fields. I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy to get the stones off the field, and then we're gonna go back and lime everything. Now, let's see. You said the spot spraying weeds and Vertus, nice. It saves so much product. It really does. It really does. And that's one thing I was looking at. So I'm like, there's pros and cons of doing it. Like the massive pro, we save so much on whether it be liquid fertilizer or what's the other one? Solid fertilizer. Even though if I remember correctly, the liquid was better. You might be able to correct me on that. And then herbicide and all that stuff. But it seemed, you know, pretty legit. Let's see, herbicide too, so it is herbicide. So essentially, you're essentially just making the game harder. That's just putting the game on like the most extreme mode. So I feel like if someone really wants to truly do a start from scratch, that is, you know, how they should start it, because that is extremely, you know, start from scratch. Because even when you do get started, you're going to be losing yields amounts because you don't have all the stuff necessary to get it going. Let's see, but the modules to do that are costly. Exactly. But it seems doable. I don't think it seems like one of those things to where if you were started from scratch to get up and running, like if you were start from zero, started from scratch, for you to get like up and running, it would just slow you down and take even longer, just because your yields would always be much less when using precision farming. Because I think the most I saw or was able to get was like 119. And I understand that there's probably higher. I was just doing a quick test. Let's see. Like to get your sprayer to do the cool stuff, it will cost you 100K. Excuse me? So when doing lots of fields, it pays for itself. And that is out, okay, and that is a doubly good point. The stuff does cost a lot of money, but it also saves you a lot of money at the same time. So it's really not too bad. It saves you a lot of money, and on top of that, the yield increase is nice. Now, of course, default games hard mode, how should I explain it? It's still easy. Like hard mode in this game is still easy. It just changes multipliers to make it to where you don't get as much money as quickly. You know, that's really the only thing that's changed. I mean, other than some settings like stones. People don't like stones. I don't really like stones either, but hey, they're really not that bad. They're really not that bad. They're annoying, especially in bigger fields, but let's see. What am I missing? Let's see. Before I got the mod, FERT was about 20,000 per planting session for all fields. Now it's under 10. Exactly. And I did the same thing about tests. It's like it feels so much cheaper to get your fields. Well, I wouldn't say cheaper to get them up and going. Cheaper to get them to 100%. Whatever that means. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but like getting the field, prepping the fields, it feels cheaper and easier to do. Well, maybe not easier, but you save a lot on products. Ooh. Oh, I did not lower the thing down because I'm a goober. But you save a lot on product. I just feel like the startup costs are the only, I wouldn't say issue, it's just how the game works. But did I do this to this person's field? I didn't even know I could do that if I did that. But yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. I'm gonna do some more research before I decide whether or not I'm going to put it onto my saves. Now the thing is, on our timber save, which I need to rename that, I think it's still labeled multiplayer, but on our timber save, it's not going to be a big issue because we're not doing as many crops. But on this save, it will definitely impact us pretty heavily. The good part is we have the money right now, and by the time we get up and going, we should be close to another clothing season. Like it will be close to April again, so we'll be able to get some more money, and it won't be as big of an issue, I don't think. But let's see. Do you get full benefit? Oh, to get full benefit, do soil sampling. I saw that, or buy the info. Which, okay, tell me what would you do? Because I feel like buying it, it's just a hey, I just want stuff back quick, you know. But it's not. It didn't feel like it was necessary to buy it quick. If that sounds kind of weird, it feels like hey, if you just take your time. Excuse me, if you just take your time, you'll get the information, right? Like, so you didn't need to necessarily buy it, but you can if you want to, especially if it's a really big field or something. Then the machines know how to adjust automatically, so when you run over the field, it makes you full green, like good yield. Let's see, did I lower that? I did lower that. I look at it like I'm hiring turd dagnabbit. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to, but I'm reading and driving. Not easy for me. I look at it like I'm hiring someone to come do the sampling. I thought of it the same way when I was testing it, because I don't know why it didn't seem as, I don't know, because I feel like even if you didn't pay somebody to do it, well, actually, hold up, you're gonna have to correct me on this. If you were to go in and sample it yourself using that machine, first of all, I don't think anybody should buy the machine. I think that's kind of dumb, considering you're not going to really use it except for a few times on each field, unless it's a big field, so a handful of times on each field. But how should I explain it? To me, if you were to go through and sample the stuff, do you have to pay per sample, like per sample you send into the lab for analysis? Because if you have to pay per sample, then I can understand just paying outright. But it seems almost cheaper, maybe not time efficient, but it does seem cheaper to just buy that machine, or at least lease the machine, sample, and then, you know, be done. Let's see. Buying the info seems so much easier. It does. It really does. And I'm not against it. Heck, I did it when I was testing. When I was testing it, I just bought it. It just seemed easier. Like, why not? You know, especially since you want to make sure you don't have gaps, because if you do have gaps, I think that might mess with the sensors. And then also they have two different. I don't know, but anyway. No, but you have to pay a fee. Oh, okay, so every time we send in samples, we have to pay a fee. Okay. So then brings up my, I won't say a question, it's more of a spreadsheet test on my own time type thing. But if we were using, and actually if depending on how much time we have, we might be able to do precision farming. Just run some test on it on maybe the backup save or something like that. But if we, I guess now it's a cost benefit analysis thing. If we lease the equipment and send in samples, are we saving, even though it's going to take us some time, are we saving money doing that method, or is it cheaper, or is it, you know, still cost efficient just to just buy the plans? You know, which is better? Should we just buy the plans, or should we take time to actually use the machine? And how much money are we saving, vice versa? Because these fields, like this field right here, it only cost me like 500 and something bucks when I did the testing. I did it on the backup save, and I didn't save it either, but it only cost 500 something on this field. I think it was like 700 and something on this field. This field, it was like 1,000 and something to do the survey for field 7. And even still, 1,000 is not bad. I think we could all agree 1,000 for a field that size, hey, money well spent, I guess. Let's see. So most in-game tractors will now either come with or have an option to add the crop sensors onto the tractors. Yes, but I heard the on sensor tractor ones, I heard that that they don't work at night or something. I might be mistaken on that. Wait, does it have the help menu in here even though? No, okay. Which is also something that's cool. If you don't have precision farming installed, it's not going to show that help menu. Which is interesting. Let me sure I got all the rocks up. Stones, good. Okay, so we're good, we are set. I'm gonna put this baby back. Actually, I need to go deliver some of the rocks, but actually, let me go do that. Let me go deliver the rocks and then we'll get started. Let's see, I'd put it this way. Do you want to spend the next 2 to 3 streams testing? And that's fair. Oh god, yeah, buy it. I heard something similar, I'm not sure. And that's the thing, that's the one cool part with this precision farming thing. I just want to go through and test everything before I make my final decision on whether or not I'm going to use it. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like it's too much work to actually run it and get it started and this, that, and the third. It doesn't seem like it's too much. Did I delete the one from over here? Dagnabbit. Okay, where did I put? There has to be a stone thing. I think I probably put it. I put it back up. I did. I definitely did put it back up there. That's dumb on me. But yeah, and that is a good point because the sampling does take a hot second, and you got to be. It says it does it in a circle, which is fair, but since it does it in a circle, it's just gonna get weird. But let me go ahead, drop this off. Now, one thing I did find interesting that I would like to do, or I say one thing, one of many things, the nitrogen and the pH balance. And since you probably have it installed, you would know better than I know fertilizing works with one of those two. I think it's nitrogen. I might be wrong. No, lime. No, yeah. Fertilizing works with nitrogen. Lime works with pH. Wait, I got that backwards. No, I got that right. Yeah. What's up, Psycho? How are you? We're just talking about precision farming. Okay, so nitrogen is fertilizer, lime is pH. Okay, so with that, which fertilizer does the best? Right? I remember hearing that manure and slurry, since they do, provide fertilizing states, that you can use those as fertilizers. But the question is, like, which one provides more nitrogen, which one doesn't, and does the sensor dispense the appropriate amount per, if that makes any sense. Per does not really make sense, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. You're using liquid, the same brand spreader as your solid one. But that's the thing, when I used the solid one during my test, it didn't go as well as planned. I don't know. I feel like if I were to try to do it, I would like to start from the ground up. Like maybe like after a harvest, then go through. Like maybe after another year, I'll turn precision farming on. One, because probably 2 weeks will have passed by then. But two, it'll do a really good job of figuring out any bugs, and people will have videos and stuff. So let's see. If you have the field sampled, yes. It will custom tailor the flow of the crops and the field, and that's good to know. I'm gonna drop this down. I can just copy and paste. I have been getting better at the copying and pasting thing. You go here, here. Oh wait, this is the field position. Go here. Oh, load course. There it goes. Okay. And start the job. And it should work flawlessly if I didn't. Perfect. Getting much better at that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, switch him over, since priority for us, even though we want to get everything ready, we need to, oh, we also gotta, crap, we also gotta deal with sheep and getting them set up and ready to go. So we got a lot to do in August, which it is what it is. Lot to do. We gotta finish getting these fields ready, which for the most part they seem ready, but we still gotta lime, or I know I gotta lime 2 of them, but I'm just gonna lime all of them if I have the lime for it. Could you go copying and pasting course? That was it. It's taking me a second, but frick. I'm not gonna lie, I actually googled what the heck he meant by copying and pasting, because in the thing I didn't see a button for like copying and pasting. Let's see. It'd be cool if I could make this guy run the course in reverse. That would be nice. Is there a way to do that? Hold up. Go here. Load. Press the delete key. Hold up. What is that? Does that mean reverse? That's the menu. Oh, wrong thing. What does this do? Oh, wait. So you're saying delete key. Wait. That's what my delete key does. You click this, change it first to last. Okay. So, click this. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I see, it's changing the directions. Okay. So now... I'm not sure what he's doing. I think I know... Wait, do I know what he's doing? I don't think I know what he's doing. Oh, I see. He's starting at the back of the course, and the back of the course ends up way over here, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's going to start right here. I see. Well, we're going to stop that. Because I see our small little issue with that. Yeah. But it's fine. This guy should almost be completely full. And so we'll just have him just pick up where he left off at. Unless the mower finishes, which I don't think it will. So I'm actually just going to leave him here for a hot second. Let's see, he is decent of the way finished. Uh-oh. Come on, Crone. Come on, Crone. Get out of the way. Get out of the way! Perfect time. That is a good point. Yeah, that actually would probably work a little bit better. Especially with these small sections where I have missed stuff. Let me clean up the missed spots and then I'm gonna do that. So just do one lap around the field. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and get him started. Uh-oh. Big guy. Stopped, which is actually perfect for us. That's perfect timing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. Pop out of this one. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I know what I'm trying to get it to do, I just don't know. Oh! Did I didn't even know I had the follow me mod installed. Which is interesting. Could I get this? There's no way I could get this to unload at my baler, right? Yeah, no. Not possible. Oh yeah, because it's not attached to this. Okay, that's fine. What was I doing? Okay. Go ahead and get him out of the way. Whoops. And the crone has finished his job, which is good. Okay, go ahead. Let's see. Nearest play should just start from right here. Oh, where are you going? Interesting. I don't know why it starts from right there. Oh, I never pasted it. You're right. I never pasted it into the tractor. You're right. Oh wait, I thought it made. Did I? It says I did. Did I? It says I did. Oh. Oh crap! I just did it again. I realized what my issue was. Just flip that. And now it should go. Yep, there it is. Cool. We're getting better at this. Alright, go ahead and send him back. Okay, once that's taken care of, eventually I'm gonna have to find out, or not find, but take the time to do it for our crop fields. But the good part is our crop fields are actually really small, so it's not 100% necessary, but we will need it for the threshing part. So on second thought, I will. And I'm just gonna have to be careful. But now I know how to copy and paste, so it should be fine. And once this guy's getting set up, we don't need hay, right? We shouldn't need hay because we haven't used any for the horses. So yeah, we don't need hay. We have a crap ton of hay. We'll just leave those where they lie for now. We'll turn this into grass for the sheep, even though we don't really need grass, I don't think. We could get more sheep, but that's not necessary. We make over 700 something a year. We'll leave that where it is. So let's turn this into my brain grass, and then we can start planting wheat next month. We'll go ahead and get that set up and going. Let's see. If you want to get, if you want to get a forage harvester, you can turn almost any crop into chaff. Is it chaff or chafe? No, chafe is the legs thing, right? So it must be chaff. The thing is, I don't think we need it. Ooh, but if we do, because that is a good point. Wait. It leaves me with ideas. Oh, turn this on. Let's see. Let me just make sure the bales are the right size. Good. What was I thinking? I was just thinking something. My brain. What was I thinking? We get more than by doing grass. Let's see. Chafe is what my legs do. But each crop has a different harvest time. Okay, and that's the thing. Oh, speaking of which, you just reminded me of when you said the different harvest times. The subsidies for oilseed radish and that stuff. So when like in the wintertime when you don't have stuff on your field, you can do oilseed radish to get an extra $200 per hectare. Which I'm not really sure if that's really a lot. Because it says $200 per hectare. My biggest hectare is only what, 19? How big is this guy? This dude is, yeah, 19.65. Oh, that's acres, not hectares. I don't know what the conversion to a hectare is. Oh, wait. I think I could go to my settings and change it, right? Settings. Okay, I thought I had it to hectares. Okay. So if we change to hectares, I think we check. My biggest is 7.95. Oh, a hectare is 1,000 acres, I think. I don't even know. All I know is that 7.95 times 200 gives us about, let's just round it up to 8, about $1,600 for this one field. 1,600 is negligible, in my opinion. Now, the thing is, we would never use field 7. We would use our smaller fields. But even then, $200 per hectare, I don't think that would be good, right? Like, that doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it'd be worth the mental effort of remembering to plant. Like, it's good, and I guess that's the reason why it's called a subsidy. If you're gonna do it anyway, go ahead, you know. But I don't know. I think it's one of those things that if you just had some free time during the months and you wanted to go ahead and do, oh, never mind, you might have to, because of the in precision farming you got to have a score with the, I don't remember what the score is called, but you know what I'm talking about. That score is probably impacted and might be the main reason. Not a lot of money for the effort. You got to plant it and grow just to till it and turn it into fertilizer. Yeah, I genuinely think it's one of those things that you're doing it simply and purely to just keep your score high so you can get good prices, I think. But then again, I don't know. I haven't tested it. Is Big Dude done with his thing? Yes, he is. We'll drive him on back. I could go ahead and be liming the fields, but it's fine. We'll get to that when we get to it. In which case, I need to buy a lime spreader, because if we do precision farming, we're gonna need it. But that also reminds me that we might need to switch from solid fertilizer to liquid. But the problem is, solid fertilizer is so much cheaper to do, in the sense that with solid fertilizer, the equipment's cheaper. It also spreads a wide distance. Whereas to get started in liquid, if you want to have, you can get much broader spray distances with the liquid, so that is a plus. But, you know, is it gonna be worth it? Well, that's a good question. So which is worth more, and how would you quantify that? I guess you could quantify one purchase of liquid fertilizer versus one purchase of solid fertilizer and just put on a normal spray rate. Also, can't you double, correct me if I'm wrong, but what am I doing with this? I'm going the wrong direction. Can't you double fertilize with liquid fertilizer? I don't remember. Let me turn on my beacons. Got my beacons on. Wee woo, wee woo. Let's see. I don't believe solid spreaders work like the liquid ones do. I'm not sure, because working on the same spreaders as the game uses, that's not something they can do. So slurry does the double, not the... Okay. Where is my guy? I don't even see him. Is he... He's still going, so he's good. I'm actually just going to leave him here for a second, just so I can start liming the fields. Because this equipment, I don't think I bought this. Did I buy this? I don't think I bought it. Let me check. I think I leased it. Yeah, we're leasing this currently. And whatever lime we don't use. Oh, one thing I did find out, I think this was on like the last time we were on this map. It is cheaper to go to a lime station to fill up this thing. To fill, like, if you need lime, it's cheaper to go to a lime station instead of buying it directly from the store. You save a lot of money. I can't remember. I actually had the numbers in that stream. So the last stream that we were on this map, which would be the part 1 for this, I remember doing it. I just don't remember what my totals were. But yeah, it's definitely cheaper, yeet, to just buy. Which is interesting. I mean, I think I kind of knew that from FS22, but yeah, swing that out just for a second. Let it cover most of it as we waste a crap ton of it. See, this is why we have sensors. Yep, I'm wasting a lot, and that's fine. It's not, but I'll fix it. Charlie Sheen would have been in heaven for facts. Did he ever go to rehab? I think he did. I would hope he did. Go ahead and get that section. Just try to make sure I get the edges, because the edges are always the hardest part. Okay. And that was the worst turnaround I've ever done in my life. Just spin, spin, spin. There we go. Spin, spin. Look at that. And that should be all the lime. I don't even think we needed lime for that field, but since I have the lime, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put lime on everything. Let's see. Coke is one of them drugs. It owns you, or it doesn't. Yeah. Which I wonder, I think I remember you mentioning this in one video, but like the reason as to why some people it does and some people it doesn't, or maybe not necessarily Coke. I think it's just drug paraphernalia. What makes it, what's paraphernalia when it comes to drugs? Is that like the bongs and stuff? Which brings me up to another question. If in America, if it is illegal to smoke marijuana, is it illegal to own the paraphernalia that goes with it? Well, it goes with it, but it doesn't necessarily come with it. But yeah, America, fuck yeah. Don't understand the laws, but I'm doing my best. Also, another reason why I don't think I will own this field, if I do, I'm gonna make sure I do narrow tires, which I don't think lime can use narrow tires. I think we can. I'm gonna have to check. Dag nabbit, I have been missing the edges a lot today. Which I guess I could check in just a second. Do we own that section of the field? The fact that we can keep spraying on that field is interesting. And I think we plowed onto that field by accident, which I don't fully understand how that works. Let's see. Just the stuff used to do the drugs. Yeah, I did cook and it didn't affect me much. Where, as my friends were all flying, and it's because of ADHD, the narcotic slows me down instead of speeding me up. Interesting. So what you're saying is you're immune to drugs. Hold up, I need to check. Can we put what do you call those tires? I don't think it really matter, but if we can, I would like to be able to put narrow tires on this. Yes, you can. Okay. That is a sure if I kept doing it, I'd feel it. I'm sure if I really put some effort into it, I think I'd get there. Sir, I should probably zoom out more so I'm not missing these edges so much. Better. You know what I just realized? Dag nabbit. Yeah, figured he was done. Now the curious part, if I do last waypoint, what would it do? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take him to where it is. Let's see. I took that as my I tried it moment. Wasn't fantastic, so I'm not gonna try it again. Unlike some people. Not a habit I'm looking to get. Yeah, that's fair. You see, just because it bothers me, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean up these edges real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get him started. Clean up that piece, spin this way. Well, apparently it makes you feel amazing. See, they say that about a lot of stuff. You gotta wonder if that's just their sales pitch. Hey man, I want you to be in the same boat that I'm in. So just try it. It feels amazing. Okay, let me get this little section over here. And that should be all she wrote, I think. I'm hoping that should be everything, I think. Do one quick circle back. Let's see. I got a runny nose. Now I got the sniffles and I look like an idiot. I think it feels pretty good for people to ruin their lives over. Yeah, that is a good point. It has to do something for people. Like it has to be good enough for people to want to ruin their lives over it. Which brings me to, well, cigarettes. I don't understand the hype. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. I don't do it. The closest thing I could say is NyQuil. I took some of that recently, but I guess that's not really a drug. But anywho, I don't understand the big thing with cigarettes. From what I heard, it doesn't taste good, and the buzz you get from it isn't even that strong. And someone said, like, it's just a more convenient marijuana, what they told me. The fact that you can get a slight buzz and you don't have to go anywhere, and you can buy it in store, well, until they legalize. All right, wait, I'm supposed to be bringing this guy back. Let's see. Because coke is the good stuff, crack is the stuff people who can't afford the real stuff, which is where you get fent and stuff. It's a gnarly head rush, but more of an addiction. It's hard to quit. That's interesting. Which I wonder what chemical makes it addictive. Or is it just the feeling that... No, it has to be more than a feeling. It has to be something chemical related. It has to be some type of chemical. Whether your body's releasing the chemical or what, but... That's... Oh, dang, I did not get that section. Okay, or this end. Okay, I'll come back for that field. And drive through it though while we're here. And then we just got what? 1, 2, 3, 2.5 fields left to thing with. Okay, let that go. Let him go ahead and do his job. I missed that section. That is fine. Spin around. Wow, we are doing a terrible job, actually. Let's see. So many chemicals. Go through about 1 pack of smokes a month, so I think my... Hold up, let me grab this section right here. I'm having a lot of moving parts today. Also, one interesting thing I saw with fertilizer that I gotta show you, and I'll show it to you before I return this, if I remember. I go through about 1 pack of smokes a month, so I think my level, while not good, a lot better than my uncle who's 3 packs a day. That's insane. Aren't cigarettes like kind of expensive? I thought they were, well, I don't know the prices of them, but I would assume they're like $6 or $7 a pack or something like that. I don't know. That's 75 cigs a day, whereas I'm less than 1 a day, but I'll get lung cancer. You watch. About $17 a pack. That is insane. That is insane. 17 a pack and 3 a day. Wow. 17 times 3, that's 51. Let's see, 30, yeah, 51. And so $51 times 30 is 153. No, that math's not make sense. Where did I say it was? 51 a day. 51 times 3 is 153. Oh, so $1,530 a month. That's a lot of money. I wish I had that kind of money. Let's see. It's the addiction, man. They charge what they want because you need them. Yeah. Which is so weird that marijuana is illegal in America, but cigarettes aren't. Because it seems like it checks all the boxes that cigarettes do. Like you get with, from what I've seen in the Dare commercials that we saw in grade school, you could still get like withdrawals, hard to quit, you know, all that stuff. So I don't know. Let's see, he borrows money off my family all the time. My mom even buys him cartons of smokes for holidays, just burns them day and night. They figured out how to tax cigs first. I mean, but just apply the same logic. You could just apply the same math and you could do the other ones. I understand, but why they don't. I don't understand why they don't. Okay, I should have lime on everything. Okay, let's go ahead, get this. I'm glad I turned fuel usage to high, only because it sort of gives me a reason to have a fuel tanker on the thing. But also at the same time, fuel does not really affect much of anything. I don't know. Okay, turn that off. Let's go check this guy. Go ahead and drive him back. and then we can just get ready to switch out vehicles. Look, we got snow in August. Did I ever do? I think I did this field, right? I went back and touched up this field. Yes, I did. You know, the biggest withdrawal I've had from weed was thinking, man, I didn't bring weed with me, and I should have. Could have smoked right now. But even though I could go buy some literally anywhere, it's fine. I've got some at home. I don't need to be stoned in public and stuff. And that's the thing. It's like once you find your way to break it, or ooh, wait, the fact that that casts a shadow is very interesting. Oh, he's back this way. I have to sneeze so bad. I took some NyQuil, so I sound better. Still sick, but better. But my nose is dry as crazy. Let's see. Now, some people got to be blazed 24/7. Yeah, it could just be their personality. That's all they want to do. Makes their days go by quicker or something. Go ahead and start. Good. Let's see. And like, I can totally drive a car stoned, but that's not legal or smart, so I just don't, right? Oh, I'm gonna crash. Didn't crash. Let's see. If I gotta go out, I gotta be sober. Simple as. Oh, dude, I bet it's awesome. I love blazing, but life comes before pot. And I think that should be everybody's look on, or take on marijuana. Like, I don't do it, even though I've told myself when I turn like, I don't know, 70 or something, and I'm like retired, I'm gonna do everything I want, even though I probably won't be motivated to do so. But it's like, at that point, I'm retired. I won't have to worry about being drug tested, things of that nature, which would be great. And at that point, I'll just be bored. I'll just be living life because I'm almost done living it. Well, then again, well, yeah, I guess by the time you're 70, you are closer to death than you are to life, only because I think the longest human survived to 111. So unless you're gonna set a record, I don't know. Yay, we did it on time that time. Let's see. Like, I'd love to wake up and make pancakes and get high as F, but that will mean I'm on foot for the rest of the day. You should try weed. If it becomes legal, give it a smoke with someone you trust and be prepared to go to bed after. That or get the munchies. Schwinks. Which also leads me to another question. Why does some weed give people the munchies? I've heard that. I heard like some strains give people the munchies, but then some don't. So is it the strain, or is it just the personality and how they respond to it? These are the questions. Turn. We might have some lime left over, which is kind of nice. We'll just unload it in the thing if we do. Yeah, at this rate we should have some left over. Nothing gnarly will happen. Oh, before we finish this up, if you take a look at how far this is spreading, hold up, is there a way to, I'll wait till I get to the end of this, and then I'll come back and show you. Anyway, one thing weed does for me is makes whatever position my body's in so comfortable. That's like me and alcohol. Oh, the frames have dropped to 24 per second. That was interesting. Okay, I think it has something to do with the sheep. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and save before it bugs out. Let's see. Typically indicates, indicas give you the munchies, but it's more personality thing. Like, I've got a chocolate bar beside me, but I'm not craving it. Indica pot is more of a relaxed body high, very comfy. Sativa is much more energetic, makes me want to do and get things done. My mind gets creative. Interesting. 18 meters. Okay, keep track of this. One thing that I saw with the 18 meters, am I wrong on this? Oh, no, I'm right. Fascinating. Didn't think I was right, but I am right. Okay, with the normal fertilizer spreaders, they go out to 42 meters. The spreader disc or spreader system, it is only in reference to fertilizer in its distance. So like this does 30 meters, but that's only for fertilizer. If you're using lime, the furthest distance it can go is 18, which I guess cool. I didn't even have to use power tools to show you that. But I noticed that earlier today when I was testing out the precision farming. It was just kind of interesting little thing to test. But with this thing, you can use it as a fertilizing spreader and everything's nice, good. You don't need to have two, blah 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 blah. But let's see. Get ready to play HRS. Lime being rock is heavy. That's a good point. I didn't realize lime was rock, but I guess now that I say it out loud, it makes sense because limestone. Yeah, that does make sense. What's HRS? HRS. Oh, play 4 hours. Oh, I didn't even read the 4 part. If I said the 4, it probably would have clicked quicker. I'm gonna have to back up. And that's actually a good point. If we do precision farming, it's gonna make stuff a lot longer. Well, not really. I don't know. Plus, one interesting part, once we get horses up and running, they will be producing manure. They will be the only animals that we have where they will be producing manure. Which might be interesting. I don't know. Because I'm gonna have to run a test to see how does manure fare as far as fertilizer. Because from what I remember, it's not very good. Like, you don't, first of all, you don't get a lot of it, and then on top of not getting a lot of it, like, you go through it extremely quickly whenever you are trying to use it and whatnot. I'm just gonna drive. Yep. Yep, just so I can get that little piece right there. Let's see, works great. Smells like shit. Of course it does. That makes sense. But it's like, I just feel like animals don't produce enough of it, first of all, and then second of all, I think when you go to spread it, you go through it so quickly. Like, for the amount that you get, or at least like when I was remembering an FS22, I was working with cows, and cows had slurry. I even had like the extender thing, so they would just have like a a crap ton or a shit ton of slurry. But the problem was when you go to use it, shite. When you go to use it to fertilize, I might as well just get rid of this. 971 isn't gonna do crap for me. Like, what am I gonna do with 971? I guess I could unload it. I mean, why not? Okay, get this out of the way. Yeet. Go here. Go here. And one good part with this save is that I feel like we've come such a long way. Like, we've come really far in the sense that we're doing a decent amount of stuff all at the same time. So cool. Let me just go ahead and just pull you out of the way. We're almost done with this field. Like, this setup works out very well for us. Now, one thing I need to check on is silage additive. Do we even have silage additive in this thing? How much do we have left? Actually, I think it's been stuck at 34% for the longest. Let's see, 155.44. I'm actually going to check that. That is something I've been... 155.44. I think we've been stuck at that silage additive rate for a while. And my dad mentioned that when he was doing silage additive a while ago, it wasn't working. So I'm wondering if it's still doing the same thing. And if it is, it's fine. It's not a big issue. I don't really care too much, but that could also be why I'm not getting as much. Oh wait, we're not making silage, so it wouldn't matter. Never mind. That's why it's staying there. That was dumb. It makes sense that it's there. Because, let's see, where did he stop? Maybe it was up here. Yeah, because if we're not doing silage, of course we're gonna be out of this stuff. Did he stop up here somewhere? I really don't remember where this guy... Actually, I think I see. He started this row going back this direction. So we'll go ahead, line it up. Go ahead, drink some water. Turn. There it goes. But yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, after we get the grass situation handled, again, I'm gonna have to deliver the stuff. We can't plant, if I remember correctly when I checked earlier this morning. We won't be able to plant anything just yet. But we've plowed it, we've taken care of the rocks, lime. Excuse me. I'm hoping horses are worth it. I don't think chickens are gonna be worth it, but I think chickens are one of those things where it's like it's not worth it. Like, Might as well. Might as well. Like, they're pretty easy. All you gotta do is feed them and you're good. And the thing is, we need straw, which apparently we get straw from oats. We get straw from pretty much everything. So we're pretty solid. Now, I think I was thinking about getting rid of those Massies and getting the Evian. But I'm gonna have to look into that. Also, remember, tillage and everything mattered with precision farming. So that's something else I need to think about. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But the Evian is just slightly more expensive, but it is bigger. Holds the same amount. It really just has more fuel and 8 more horsepower. Woo! But essentially, we just want something that's bigger, taller, so that way it can work with, heck, we could use the follow me mod if we wanted to. That might be interesting. Let's see, how many more rows does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Actually, no, that looks like the last row right there. So 4. Cool. So he might be able to finish everything. And actually, let me check on the storage here just real quick. Checking the storage just while we're here. Okay. So we're over more than a quarter of the way through. 45 bales of hay. Crap ton of grass, and still counting. And 11 bales of straw. Which the straw should go to the horses. Actually, I could just check on the horses thing from here. I could also go ahead and put some food in there for the chickens. We gotta feed. Okay. Okay, so we'll try to do all of that in this one thing. I left my notepad up there, but that's fine. We'll try to take care of all of that in one stream. So, deliver the wool, do that whole wool run. So do the wool run, make sure we have food in all the pens, and I feel like there's something else. We already did the straw. The straw is good. I could go ahead and put some of the oats that we have. I could go ahead and put some of those in there. But I think if I remember correctly, it was a good 50-50 split. I can't remember. My brain is trying to process what I remember. I think it eats through the hay quicker than the oats. So I think if you put, I think it was like 4,500 or so. So he's still going. I'm just going to go ahead and just start on this end. Well, he's going with that. So when he stops, it'll be good. I'm really not sure how much he has left. Oh, actually, he probably could have finished everything out, but since we're here, go ahead and lighten the load a little bit. At least as much as we can. Because if this is what, almost 8%, he had what, about 15% left to go? 17 when I looked, but 15% left to go. So us getting rid of this last little bit should help out tremendously, I think. So everything should be good. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go towards him. I'll play a little small game of chicken. As we get close enough, I'll just veer to the left and let him pick up whatever he can. See, I knew he stopped, so it's a good thing I did go ahead and start the process. Excuse me. So now, with that, since he is completely full, we could just go ahead and send him. Let's see, I need him to go, we'll just say here. Start job. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and just beat him there. Cool. So we'll beat him there. Go ahead and unload this stuff. Drive the rest of the way. And then do the wool run. We gotta finish getting wheat ready. We should be able to plant the wheat in this stream, which is nice. We'll finally be able to plant it. Let that keep on going. And the good part is we never really have to worry about weeds just because of the way I do the things. Because I always plow the field instead of using a subsoiler or tiller. Even though in FS22, because we didn't have the plow that we have now, and I got so sick and tired of using the default plow, I was using a, what do you call it? A subsoiler. Which, I mean, I understand the thing. And to be honest, I would have been just as fine using a subsoiler. Like, I don't think it would have caused any type of issues. Like, the only thing is I would have to go back and then use a weeder right after it, but that's nothing I'm like not used to, especially since you can get a pretty sizable weeder and, you know, go through the fields pretty quickly. So weeding does not take too much time, especially if you do them when they're like small. Let's see. Go ahead and park that one right there. Okay. Bro. You're barely blocked. Actually, you could have made that turn. You have to drive in the dirt a little bit, but yeah. That's fine. We'll go up here, dump that stuff off, deliver the wheat to wool, deliver the wool. Actually, I could go ahead and have him start planting wheat on that field. Oh no, I can't do that till September. Is that right? September is for wheat. Yeah, so we can't actually go ahead and start doing that, which is fine. A bit irritating, but nothing new. But we'll drop this trailer. Go ahead and just clear this. But we'll go ahead, drop this off, let it keep making bales and whatnot, which is, I'm so glad we did that setup with the big baler. It does make our lives so much easier than having to go through cut, pick up, wrap, pick up, wrap, pick up, wrap. Like, yeah, definitely a good thing to have the bit. Like, maybe on these smaller fields it wouldn't save us a crap ton of time, but on the bigger field, for sure. definitely says it's a lot of time, especially the constant like having to pick up and deliver it. That saves us a lot of time. Because this 490-500, that's really like picking up roughly 9 bales. It's pretty much like picking up 9 bales and then just going, you know, not having to worry about it. Okay. Go over here. Grab this like so. Yeah, I knew I missed that. Let's see, is it on the left side? Oh wait, no, which side does it need to be on? It needs to be on the right, so yeah, this is fine. Okay, how much wool are we gonna pick up today? Okay. Forward. Back it up. Wait, can we pick it up from here? What about now? Yep, got it. 443. I feel like that's more than usual, but who knows? Should have took the back route, but it's fine. I guess technically we could just drive along the side like that. Okay. And again, need to get used to going around the fields, because once we have crops on them, don't want to destroy them. I also need to figure out, well, my notes are over there. I need to figure out what's the next thing I need to buy. Let me go ahead and close this. Okay, I don't like how that stacked for some reason. Oh. I'm also gonna get Scotch tape after this because I keep forgetting to do so. I'm gonna try to pick up all of it in one go, if at all possible. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it because it's blocked by the thing? It's always weird to me. So I really do need to put the little scoop leveler thing on the front of this. Just because it'll make this part a little easier. Oh, well. Okay, push this part. Seems like when you gotta run and start, it pushes them pretty easily. Yep, yeah, Guess that's what I meant to do. And then just push this last little bit over there. Just like so. Everything should be good. Okay, that's all we gotta do. Load this stuff up, transport this stuff, and we're good. Oh, this is the wrong way. F me. Well, that actually sort of plays out in my favor a little bit. What? Oh, so sad. Why is it not attached? Okay. Drop them. And then just pick everything up. Yep. Yep. I guess I could turn that off. And then just get roughly here. Good. How much? Ooh, a lot more than we normally get. 36, almost 37,000. So that's what, 12 pallets worth of wool? Good for us. Good for us. Okay, so we'll deliver this stuff. I need to make sure I'm not hitting any major turns like that. Especially at this speed. Let's see. Deliver that. Feed the sheep, or feed the animals. Feed the animals is what we need to do. And actually, this year we should make more than 750,000. We should. But we'll see. Ooh. Ow! You know, I'm not gonna even waste my time trying to not use my super strength. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and use the super strength. Did I turn it off? I did turn it off, right? I think I did. And we'll come on through. Pick all of this up. More money. 12. And that's actually good. I think that's the most we're going to be able to get in one go without getting more sheep. I mean, well, if we do, that's more money for us. I've also realized in our timber save, we're going to be setting up for 90 something thousand, so that way we can get a generator. Because a generator will give us about 4,000 bucks a month. So it's not an extreme amount, but it is something more than enough to take care of maintenance costs and anything else. So at least that way, when we do fast forward, we're getting some money. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do with that. And that should allow us to speed things up until the point to where we get, or not get, but start harvesting those trees and knocking them down. I also need to start planting more trees in that timber save, just so we have them. Ooh, forgot to turn off that Argo tractor. Good. So that's taken care of. I'm actually just going to close this and pause this right here for a second. Wait, wrong thing. Oh, nope, I remember this is the right thing. Let's drop this. Spin back. We're gonna go get that trailer, or the forage wagon, move it out of the way, park it, then we gotta start feeding everybody. Which that's the easy part in my opinion. Feeding everybody's the easy part, and we'll actually use little beef for that just because We don't really use, well, actually no, we do need little beef to feed them anyway, so it works out for us. Let's see. Okay, we get this, and I think I said it was 1.1 that needed food, so that's gonna be the front one, which does work out for us. So we kind of figured that because, well, I was positive the last time we checked to see how much stuff was in there. Let's go here. Get close. Ooh, too much. Good. Now, where's my cedar? I just realized I don't know where my cedar is. Oh, I left it over there. LOL. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, no. Did not mean to turn that off because we got to actually go put our trailer back into position. Once we get this parked, that was terrible. Oh, come on. There it is. Still terrible, but works out for us. Also need to turn off the lights to this thing. Dude, that was too much. That was definitely too much. Just pull forward just a little bit. Like that. Also, there, that's good enough. Right? Is there any way I could lower? No, that's as well, it's gotta get, that's fine. Okay, where's little beef? Here you go. All right, little beef, we need you to put on your front loader and your weights. Let's see, where do we drop your stuff off at? I thought we normally put it over here, but I don't see them. Oh, we put stuff. Oh, yeah. He got his own little parking spot because of just the weirdness of the stuff we gotta put on for him. Plus, this does free up some space over here for us to put some stuff over there. Don't know what, don't know when. We will have to buy bigger harvesters. Because at least if we buy bigger harvesters actually work with that thing, we'll be good. Let's see, I'm gonna get about, we'll say 7 bales. I think it said we have 44,000 in there for 1.1. I think they're the ones that need to be fed. Yeah, 1.1. Each bale is roughly 5. We need about 13, so we're gonna need 2 plus 4. Right, 13. 2 takes care of 11. Yeah, so we'll just grab 6 actually. 6 should be fine. Yeah, I'll grab 7, just because that's what I originally said. Since one of those 6 would end up being a partial. Okay. Go ahead and then just boop. Okay. Did I not turn that off? I did not turn this off. Thought we did. How's it doing on fuel? Low on fuel. If I remember, I'll put some fuel in it. Actually, let me go ahead and just do it now. Let's do it now. Let me just drive through these bales real quick. Go ahead and get him some fuel. And actually, the good part is, with the amount of vehicles that we have, if I didn't pay for that diesel, you'd be ripping and running to the gas station frequently. But this is nice. This allows us to not have to do that. Okay, there we go here. Oh, I gotta get off to the side. Okay, so something I gotta remember. Probably driving through the bales is unrealistic, but that should be much better. I want to move forward, so good. That's good enough. Let me back up just a little bit. So it actually has some distance to roll in there. Okay, little beef. Let's go feed 1.1. And we're also going to feed... We're going to try to... Well, do we have the stuff to feed? Yeah, we have the stuff to feed the horses. So that should work out splendidly. Wait, why is 1.1 is that? Oh, they're going to need food as well. Should I just go ahead and... I should just go ahead and feed everybody. Since we have the time and everything, might as well go ahead and just give everybody food so I don't have to worry about it in September. Actually, here, let me do something like this. Oof, nope, I need that one. Don't need that one. Okay. Level that out, flatten this up, and here's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully this trick works. Well, actually, here, let me handle the two that are on the ground first. Actually, no, let me do my trick first. New trick that I've been thinking of. That worked out better than I thought. That worked out even better than I thought. Oh well, so you just dump them all on the ground in the same place. Worked out way better than I could have imagined. Pull this out of the way. Spin back around. That worked out flawlessly. And then you just gotta skewer the two in the back. Which actually, I'm gonna go for this high one. So we're gonna bag this up. Oh, still didn't skewer the correct way. Okay, try to dagnabbit. That's good enough. The high one, good. Okay, and now should be able to just push them all in. Oh, jeez. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Don't want to fling it over into the thing. So let's just leave them on the ground. Yep. 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 Come on. Don't you guys be fooling with me. Come on. Beep. Just like that. Just nudge them all in there. Oop. Dagnabbit. See, just like I did that. That's fine. At least it's close to the fence so I can easily fix it. But that should be good. Let's go ahead. Actually, yeah. Get those in there. Bag it up. Lift this up. Go here. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to go pretty straight on for this one. Spin. Go directly at it. Go here. Down. And actually, since I know that worked, my technique worked, I'm just gonna get it closer the next time. I'm just gonna get it closer. And then, I'm just gonna get closer and just flip them closer to things. I don't have to push as much. Gia girl I know just got her tits done and posted for the first time. Every comment is about them. She's pretending they are natural. Girl, I saw you 3 weeks ago. Well, whatever people need to do to give them self-confidence. Now, the weirdness, well, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, whatever it takes to make yourself feel happy. You only got one life, do what you want with it. But I don't think I've seen many people. Most people that I think that have natural breasts don't really how should I say, like, notify everybody about their breasts because they've lived with them for most of their life, you know. So, but whatever. Let's see. Just don't lie to yourself. Like, everyone can tell you don't go from little boy to C cups over a night. Like, it's noticeable. Yeah. How'd that JG Wentworth thing go? It's your money. Use it when you need it. Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. This one I'm gonna do a little bit differently. We're gonna go right about here. Unhook it. Unhook this. We're gonna do the same technique we just did. Hopefully it works out the way we want. So go here, lower it, go here, and just lift and dump and lower it back down. Okay. And if this works the way I think it will, come on. Got it. It does. Perfect. Don't know why that works. But this is now good. We'll leave this, and then we just nudge the rest of these in there. Charge! Bia, bia! Bia! Man, we're playing soccer with these hay bales. No, these are grass bales. Yeah, oh, that one was a bit bouncy. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Get in there. Get in there with your brothers. You're all gonna be bales. You're all gonna be bales. Whoop-de-whoop. Go ahead and save. Whoops. Go ahead and save so far. Let's see. Let's see, but they look fantastic. I'm happy she is happy, or I assume she is. Not my thing. JG Wentworth 877 cash now. I've got Trevor Sutherland's but me cash now. That was that. I don't know why that song and like the Goldberg Steamers, I think. Call 1-800-STEAMERS. Stanley Steamers, the certified cleaners. Stanley, not Goldberg. I don't know. Just remember a lot of the small commercials. Actually, I don't think I need to feed the other guys. Hold up. Let me... We may not need to feed the wheat barn. Is there not a visit button? Jeez. There's not a visit button? Oh, here there. How many bales does he have out front? 3, yeah, so everybody else is fine. Okay, so that's perfect. So we're gonna go put this guy back, and then we're gonna start feeding chicken coop. We're not feeding, but at least putting some stuff in there. Actually, we don't have wheat for the chickens, so that won't work. So we'll put some stuff in there for the horses. However, you gotta remember how the horses work. Their thing is slightly different. than everybody else's. So that is something we gotta, something we gotta be cognizant of. Go here, detach this. Okay. And then we're gonna go spin, go here, back up. Do just like that. Let's see. Dude, all you need is a good ditty. You know, maybe ditty isn't the I know what you mean, but maybe that's not the best word. There were a bunch of car dealerships around here with the most catchy songs. Exactly, catchy is what gets people. Even if they don't actually buy your product, people will remember it and then sing it to somebody else probably. I know some car dealers I've never ever been to because the song is so catchy. Exactly. Jim Wilson Chevrolet, home of the Silverado Sheriff. What the heck? Jingle, not Diddy. But yeah, songs are the way to go. Songs are really memorable commercials. However, I feel like songs are just easier probably to pull off than an actual thing. Let's see, we don't need a whole thing. Okay, horses are weird. The way it works for a horse barn, and I figured this out the last time, you can't fill it up completely. I think the total capacity of food you can have is 11,500, I think, roughly. So you gotta have a decent amount of base food, hay, and then you can put root crops in there. I think I remember either it was last stream or the stream before mentioning buying horse food and just using horse food and seeing how good that would do. Because if you think about like all the stuff we were going to put into getting horses up and running, you know, it's almost better to not. Let's see, go a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna do 7,000. I'm gonna put all this in there, and then I'm gonna put a hay bale directly in front of the barn. So that way it will take the food from the hay bale as it needs it. And that should work that way. Jim Wilson, oh geez, missed my turn. Dag nabbit. Can we still make it though? Yes we can, yes we can, yes we can, yes we can, yes we can. Look at that, still made it. Jim Wilson has a whole country song about how he has the best deals on Silverados. I've heard Silverados, Chevy Silverados so many times that I've kind of gone numb to it and I forget what they even look like. I know they're trucks, but between those and the Ford F-150s and, you know, all that, I forget. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, we're gonna fill this completely. Okay, and that shift, I'm perfect. I still got room for the hay bales. I just figured this technique out now that this would be the best. Fill it up as much as possible. And now we still need to do the root crops, which, ooh, idea. If I want to get 100% efficiency, I could just go buy some root crops. You know, like that wouldn't be a terrible thing, you know, if I just buy the root crops. Which then leads me to the question of where the heck would I store the root crops? I'm pretty sure we cannot store root crops in a silo. Almost positive. Oats, canola, sorghum, yeah. So we would need some place to store them. But if I really do want that extra 5%, which I kind of don't care, but if we wanted that extra 5%, we could go to the warehouse, buy some root crops, and then just leave them, similar to what we're about to do with the hay. And I think it would work fine. I think. Question is just, do I want to do that? Do I care that much about the 5%? Because the issue is also how fast do they eat through the 5% to justify doing it, you know? Let's see, if I ever needed one, I'm gonna go see him. I'm super tempted to go get the root crops because it's not gonna hurt us. It's only 5%, but me being the goofball that I am, everything's telling me to go ahead and just get some. But the problem that I'm gonna hate is just how quickly they go through the root crops, which is gonna be annoying. But we're gonna have to do two things, okay? Thing number one, drive to the warehouse, pick up a box of carrots. I think horses can eat carrots. I don't think they can eat potatoes. Hay, oats, so we're gonna, what? I thought they could eat carrots. You can choose between multiple breeds. Each horse, hygiene. I'm almost positive carrots was a root crop that the horses needed. I'm almost positive. Is there a way to check? Pallets, potatoes, poplar. I'm almost 100% positive. Animals, don't care about a brush. They'll take care of that. Miscellaneous, which is such a weird word, by the way. So it just has, oh, okay, so that brings up a good point. So if you're feeding horses and you just give them, well, this just says oats. It doesn't necessarily say horse food. It just says oats. Whereas chicken feed, it just says wheat because that's all chickens need. But for the picture with the horses, it only has oats. So this would only take care of 57%. So if you want the other 43% or at least 38% of it, you have to put hay with it, which kind of makes sense because hay is pretty easy to get. Let's be honest. The hard part, yeah, so the horse food is just oats. It's nothing special. Okay, in which case, since we're already doing oats, we're not going to worry. And we already got hay. Only other thing would be the root crops. Now, I like how the pig food legit has pig food as its section, which I think is way more than fair because pigs are annoying all to be damned. Like, dear Lord. So yeah, I like how the pig foods have their separate, like, hey, this is just pig food. It feeds the pigs in their entirety. However, again, I don't really remember what the point of pig food was, or like pigs, because if I remember correctly, pigs just they eat dang near everything, but they only produce manure and slurry. So if you just really needed a crap ton, get it, of manure and slurry, let's say for precision farming, it might be worth it. And actually that's probably a really smart idea, I think, if you really needed manure, because horses, they don't produce anything. Horses, you're really just using them just to sell. And I don't even think they reproduce. If they reproduce, great. If they don't, that really sucks. But you're essentially buying them just to sell them. I hope they reproduce. That would be fantastic. And I think I'm gonna make sure to have maybe one of each. I don't know. No, I'll probably just pick one brand of horse since they don't really matter. They all sell for the same and whatnot. just so I don't have that issue. Am I gonna miss my turn? Nah, see, I remember where my turns are this time. But we'll go up here, we'll pick up, we'll test it. We'll test it. We'll grab some carrots since I know carrots. I think also parsnips worked, remember correctly. But it says root crop, and I know carrots are roots. I'm almost positive potatoes are considered root crops as well, but I don't think they can eat potatoes, so we'll see what we can do. Let's see, plain potato soup. Can I just buy regular old? What would you even buy? What's the point in buying rope? Oh, that's another thing. We gotta check on the temple. I guess I'll do that before I get off. Hey, look, potato chips. That's what they look like. I don't see carrots, which is interesting. That's what? There's no carrots. Really? You have carrot soup and triple soup, which looks the exact same, by the way. You have everything: tomato, lettuce, strawberries, chocolate, raisins, rice oil, canola. You have everything but carrots? Okay, that sucks. Okay, so now I need to figure out what the heck, where the heck would I get carrots? What do horses eat? FS 25. Oat, sorghum, or the oat big bag, and hay as a food supplement. There are multiple options to gain. Yeah, but this is wrong. Okay, carrots, beets, or parsnips. Before I do all this work, does greenhouses? If greenhouses can produce any of this, let's see, cabbage, I think that's spring onion, garlic. If any of these can produce that, no, they cannot. Okay. So let's see, what can we buy from here? Can we get beets or parsnips or parsnips? I'm saying you have all this stuff in here for soup, but you don't allow, so you can't buy root crops from here is what I'm starting to realize. Garlic, chili peppers, Napa cabbage, spring onion, tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, all the stuff you can get from the greenhouse: chocolate, grape juice, raisins, rice oil, olive oil, canola, sunflower, cereal, sugar, cheese, butter, cake, bread, rice flour, flour, honey, eggs, wool, paper. You can get everything in here. You can buy everything in this game. Everything but that. That's fascinating. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. As a workaround, or maybe not really a workaround, can you buy carrots somewhere? Okay, so you really can't buy carrots anywhere. Okay. What about beets? You can't buy beets anywhere. Which is interesting. It says you can't buy peas or parsnips or wait a minute. I can't buy any of this stuff. Interesting. Okay, but that genuinely sucks. I wish I would have thought about that. So carrot, beets, and parsnips, we are screwed on, because I'm not gonna do that. It's a good thing it's only 5% for those, so you can buy everything down here. Okay, so all the miscellaneous stuff you can buy down there. That's good to know. Okay, well, wish I would have known that before I drove all the way up here. I guess I should have checked, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Or actually, before I go any further, where's the farmer's market? Interesting. because does farmers market have like a little checkpoint you can buy stuff? No, it's just a sell point. Okay, that's fine. On our way back, we'll stop and look at the temple. Or actually, I'll do the same thing I just did. We'll teleport. We shall teleport. Oop. We just need wood beams. Okay, I can do that. We need 6,000 wood beams, which means we need 6 pallets. So I'm just gonna go. Actually, here's what we'll do to make our life easier. Nope. Beep. We'll let this dude drive himself home. I need you to just get here and just park in the middle of the road. Yep. While he's doing that, I am going to grab this guy and this trailer. We're going to go ahead and buy those 6 beams that we need, because we still need to get the temple up and running. And at least this way, because that's been like a side mission for the longest, and I keep forgetting about it. And I actually wonder, I don't know what we get from doing the temple, because I don't think I've completed any of the buildings in the game. I haven't done the roller coaster, haven't done the temple. I do want to do the roller coaster, however we desperately need money in that game, and so I'm going to, again, like I said, I'm gonna spend 90k on a generator just because that will cover our he's stopping at the traffic lights, it's crazy. Just because that will cover our not gonna be able to make this turn. Paying for that will cover our monthly expenditures as we fast forward and stuff, and then from there that will make our life a little bit easier, because we'll just fast forward, cut down some trees, get some money, fast forward, cut some trees, repeat the cycle. Also need to plant some more trees. I hate that planting trees goes by so slowly. That is one thing that is slightly irritating. Do I really want to do this again? No. Am I going to? Yes. So I think we learned the last time this does not work out as well as we like it to. So I need to make sure I'm opening the left side. Yeah, right. It'd be nice if it could just put it in a nice, neater place, or if we had a forklift. I could genuinely buy a forklift and just leave it up here, actually. The only problem is I don't need it. Actually, that works out pretty well. Just ramping it up like that, just leaving it dangling in the air like that. Cool. And we needed, what was that? I forgot already. We needed 6 pallets of wood beams. Okay. Wood beams, wood beams, wood beams, wood beams. So let's go here. Let's actually switch back to this direction. Wood beams, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Your pallets are ready to pick up in the hall. Cool, and they put them that close, so I should be able to. Okay, I got 3 of them. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to grab those. And I could spend 4 years finagling with this, but I'm just not. I will say, I do want to get a forklift for this area, because this is the hardest area I've seen to try to get bought goods out of. In fairness, we haven't really tried to do it on any other map, so I don't know if all of them are this. Actually, no, that's not true. I have tried them on other maps. On the American map, it works fine. So it's not an issue there. I haven't tried it on the... Wait. Maybe... No, okay, I tried it on the American map. I know it works there. I haven't played the German map at all, so I don't know if that one works. But I have tried it on Silver Run. So of the 4, like, maps that the game gives us, you know, starter things, the 3 base game ones plus the one they gave us DLC, I know 3 of the 4, like how they operate, how the warehouses work. I know the English one, it's easy to get stuff to pick up and back into, like nothing's placed in such a weird way that you're forced to use a forklift. Like if I wanted to, I could use a front loader in there. I could, bring my front loader up here and do that whole thing, but nah. But the English one, it still puts it like under an awning, but you could still easily back up and use a forklift if you wanted to, or not, and either way it will work. Actually, hold up. No, I think we already did the math on this. I think you get about half your money back. Let's see, does it say how much we spent on stuff? He bought 158. Ooh, actually, it looks like we got pretty much all of our costs back. Did we buy any other pallets? That's crazy. Oh no, we got 21 versus 25. Yeah, so I was about right. That's what? Oh, about 80%. That's more than 80% back. Because I know if you just take 25,000, 5,000 off is 20% off, which puts us at 80. So I would say about 85%. I don't know. That's arbitrary. I didn't really. I know it's more than 80%. Or at least I think it's more than 80%. 21 to that's more than 80%. So I'm just gonna round up and say 85. That's no, because 90% would be 2,500 off, and we got more than that, so it's less than 85. I think when I did the math, if I remember correctly, last time I think it was like roughly 83%, 82, something like that. But either way, we're fine, we're good. We got the temple going, which I need to put that on my notes just so I can remember to keep doing it, because you know me, I will forget. Out of sight, out of mind. It is all the way across the map, like by itself. At least in Silver Run, the place we need to build is right across the house for us, like right across our starting farm, so it's really not that bad. Also, I did I did a test save with Silver Run Forest, and when I tell you that our starting farm where we have our grass field, it looks unrecognizable to me, because as soon as we got Silver Run Forest, we started chopping down all those trees that are on that base field that we own. And when I went back to the test save and I saw all those trees there, I was so confused. I'm like, wait, where's the farm? Where's that farm we started? And I had forgot that we spent multiple streams cutting down all those trees, and that's why we have that field there. And so it was just interesting when I started the temp save and I was like, geez, all of this is just nothing but trees. And when we go into our normal save, or what we call our normal stream save, our timber save, we don't have that issue. Now I'm wondering, do I want to get the collectibles off stream or on? I'll probably get them on stream just so everybody stays in the loop with what's going on, because we need money. We need money and fast. Well, we could do a slow grind, but rather not spend 7 streams where we're just doing contracts just to rack up small amount of money just so we can fast forward, because that's really what we would be doing. And then eventually I'm sure we'd get to the point to where we would all get sick and tired of it. Whoops, of doing the slow grind, and we'll just fast forward and bite the bullet for all the monthly expenditures, because that's probably what would happen if we didn't buy the thing. We would just be biting the bullet for the monthly expenditures, which really aren't that bad. So we could fast forward a whole 2 years and not be out of a crap ton of money and be fine. But I think roughly right now we have monthly expenditures of like 100 and something thousand. Not 100 something, like 1,000 something. No, it's $100. It's like triple digits. I know that much, if I remember correctly. I'm probably not, clearly, because I've said it wrong like multiple times. I'm actually gonna need 2 bales, but we'll grab this one as our first one. Let's see, we'll just go up here. And if you look, before I do this, the horses barn. So if you look, what we have for total capacity, like I hate that all 3 of those, base food, hay, and root crops, all feed into the total. And I've never had this, because for sheep, if you look at the ones for sheep, it's just grass and meadow, but either way, they all give you 100%, you know, regardless. You don't have to have both. One of them is going to give you 100% efficiency. Whereas chickens, same thing, grain gives you 100% efficiency. But for horses, it's different. Base food only gives you 57%, which, oh geez, I didn't even realize we were still going. Which would probably mess up your costs for your horses. It might mess up the costs somehow. I don't really know how, but in some way, shape, or form it would, I'm guessing. So we're just gonna put this here. It should eat all of this, no problem. There it goes. Right? Yep. And then we're gonna go, and we're just gonna grab a hay bale, and we're just gonna place the hay bale outside, because not for some reason, but the 38% category, the one with the hay bales, they eat that quicker than the base crop. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure I have one of these bales just sitting there, so as they need it, they can just fill up on it and not have any issues there. Now, well, it shouldn't make a big issue, I don't think, because here's the thing. As it fills up, like, so essentially what's going to happen right now, we're going to put this bale down, and it's going to take as much from this bale as it can, but it's still just going to be sitting here. Well, as the oats get eaten, it's going to be taking more and more from this bale. So like if you look at the bale right now, the bale, it says we have, like, as far as food inside the place, we're stacked out, but as far as hay, we have 5,000 left in it, 5,400. Well, as it slowly chips away at the base food, it's going to be taking away from the hay as well, just to stay at the 11,500 for total capacity. But the good part is, I'm almost positive again that they eat hay faster, so we're never going to have an issue to where we go in and majority of the food capacity is hay. We shouldn't. I hope. But that's good. And if we wanted to, actually, we could go ahead and start the horses. We could. I probably will, realistically speaking. But again, I still rather get the chickens up and running at the same time. But we don't have to wait. I need to also put down a manure heap. So I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna go ahead and do that so I don't forget. I'm also gonna retest. I need to retest. Ooh, there's a lot I need to do. Retest harvester. So retest harvester. Let me go ahead and put down the manure heap, and then I'll start talking because I'm gonna forget if I don't. Let's see, silo, manure heap. Where is it? Oh, here it is. These things are pretty cheap in the grand scheme of things. I'm just gonna put it. I actually want to load here. Let's okay. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta actually smooth out some stuff that's over here. So let's do that at the same time, because I want to make it a little bit easier for us to get the crone in and out from over here. So raise this up. Good. Yeah. Raise all of this up. Yep. We're just gonna take this and just raise all of this up. Actually, that works out very well. Except I just need it higher, so yeah, something like that. Yep, we'll raise all of this up, all of this up, all this up. I could go ahead and delete that tree if I'm being honest with myself, but we'll just raise all this up, something like that. And on this side, we just need to something like this to give myself a little nice smooth ramp down. Should be fine. I think I'm gonna cut off one of these limbs just because that would be a little bit easier for me to get down there. Or actually, I'm just gonna cut off the top part of this tree, and then yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're just gonna cut off the top part of that tree so it's a bit easier to get over there. Well, do we need to for real? Because I don't think I have a ramp anymore. If I have a ramp, I'll just use that. But if I don't, then we won't worry about it. Yeah, I don't think I do. Ooh. I could overlap these. No. Or I could switch, like if I switch to the one that is, I think this is a bit wider actually. No, it's about the same width. If I switch to the ones that are flat, that would be better. Because the ones that are flat give me some room off to the side to work with. Something like this. I think that would be a little bit easier to get onto and off of. So, where's the one that we're currently looking at? Is it this one? No, even though this one looks similar. It's this one, I think. Yeah. This one wider? Hold up. Is it wider? No, it's the same width. If I use this one, but just turn it ever so slightly. So let's do that instead. We will sell this one. And we're going to use this one again, but we're just going to turn it and angle it a bit differently. Yeah, this way we don't have to worry about going into the trees. It makes our life just a little bit easier, I think. Something like that. You want to get as low as you can. Okay, I like how we're putting it back at the safe spot, so let's not do that. Let's go something like that. just need to get it in the right spot. And that should be much better. So that way we don't have to do as much fuss or fight. So I just wanted to zoom over so I could see what it looks like. Ooh, a little bit of an issue there. But can I zoom in? Let's do something like this. Do we have a little, ooh, perfect. We can do a little short thing to extend. Now, do we have, ooh, a bit wider as well. But do we have, actually, this could work a little bit better, actually. Especially, hold up, if I could turn it this way, yeah. And then just raise it. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's see, can we find one that matches a little bit better? Oh, we cannot. I don't want that one. I guess the logs are gonna be, this might be the best looking one, I think. Especially considering, I just want to make sure we have more than enough space to get him on the thing. And I think that would be good. So he has more than enough space to get on and off there. Okay, I need to put down the manure heap. That was the main thing I was supposed to be doing. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. And just in case I want more horses, I do kind of want to level this area. Let's see, we started at 84497. 84497. I'm gonna remember that because money. That's pretty much it. So let's take this side here, and we're just going to level all this. Yep. 84497. Just need to remember that amount. Can I make the brush strength? Yeah. 84497. It actually looks a decent amount better. Good. Now, as far as all of this, we're just going to make this soft as could be. Just, yep, something like that. Along the sides. Something like that. And the reason I'm doing this is just so in case I want to put in more horses. Just in case. Since they have to be, I think, within a certain distance of the thing. Let's see, which end do the horses? This end. So they gotta go like this. Or something, roughly to that nature. I guess we could do it this way. It wouldn't be as big of an issue. I don't know. Yeah. I guess if we want to do more horses, we could just put it over here. But we'll cross that road when we get to it, I guess. Because I guess if we really care, we can just... eat. Can I make this softer, please? Bigger, bigger, bigger. Yep. Something like that. Better. Actually, I like how that looks. Nice and sloped. A big slope, but a nice slope nonetheless. I like that. And let me just do that part. Yep. That part. Okay. And I kind of want to do this part again. Ooh, yeah. Much better. Much better. What about the one down here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, with that, let's go ahead and put the manure heap, because I don't think this needs to be within a certain distance, and it stores 4 million, so we're good. And I'm wondering, what's the distance we can have this near here without, you know, like, okay, so it can be here, but what if I put it like way over here? So it just needs to be on the farm. It doesn't have to be directly near the horses. Okay, so that's good to know. So that means for later, if I do want to put horses in, they don't have to be immediately next to them. And then as far as placing this, I think it'd be cool if we could put it at a nice 45, but this will have to do. I mean, flattening failed. Don't know how that works. How did flattening fail there? Yep, we're just gonna take some more off the top. Since flattening failed. Whatever. Whatever that means. Okay. Make this softer. Okay. Now it should work. I should have more than enough space just to put this right here. Okay. Now you're just being finicky. Which, curious as to why. Cool. So yeah, that's where the manure will go. So we're good. Let me go ahead. Let's see, we had, what was the amount of money? Crap. I already forgot. Actually, hold up. I don't need to know the amount of money because I can just go to finances. How much do we spend on landscaping? Does it tell me? Just add that part back. 105, 646, but I need to get rid of 25,000. So that's 8646. Okay, so go here. 8646. Oh, enter does not do a thing. Could have swore we had more money than that. Could have swore. Hold up. Did I read that wrong? No. No, maybe that was right. I could have swore we started with more. Construction costs. No, that's about right. Pallet cost. No, we did that correctly. Water cost, that's fine. Wage payment, that's fine. No, I think that's right. Even though towards the bottom it's not showing. It's fine. I think that's fine. It is what it is. But we are good. I think that's nice. Now let me just make sure I have a list of things I need to do before I log on off of here. I need to test. Actually, here, let me get my thing. Yeah. This would be much easier just to drive around and gather a list. Let's see. So that's good. Ah, we forgot to actually plant the wheat. Oh no, we gotta do that next. Okay, so plant wheat. Let's see. We gotta plant wheat. Can we plant anything else right now? Just making sure. Oats. No. Okay, so plant wheats now. We should be good. Okay, so we gotta plant wheats. Whoops. Test harvesters. Plant wheat, test harvesters. And I think that's it for this one, I think. Which is nice. I really do believe that that is it. I could build a little path up here to my place. And actually, I just might. Or you build like a little bridge that goes over. It'd be cool if you could slump the bridges slightly, but nah, we don't need it. We don't need it because we fed everybody, so we're good. Just fast forward. But the thing is, once we fast forward, we're gonna have to deal with feeding. Not feeding, but picking up all the stuff from the sheep. Okay, cool. Well, I've rambled on long enough. So with that, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on other social media, such as TikTok or Twitter, please feel free to do so. If you enjoy the Discord, since that means the most to me at the moment, please use the link down in the description below. Once you get YouTube linked up, you'll get limited access, because if you don't, you won't be able to see anything. But once you link your YouTube, you get limited access, and then again, if you're just an early adopter, I'll give you full access when I see it. But with that, I will say peace and good night.